Hey, Tommy.
Hey, Anthony, how are you?
Thanks for coming.
Oh, my pleasure. Wow, looks like you've done some work in here.
Yeah.
Kitchen.
Extensive renovations last year.
Very nice.
This is my grandparents' house. So
Oh, really?
My wife and I bought it last year. We have a 2.5-year-old son. And,
Wow.
moved in
How long did your grandparents own it?
over 70 years. So
Wow.
yeah, it's been in the family, and we're lucky to have another generation come through.
Well, it's a keeper.
Absolutely.
Well, it really looks good. So, but what did you call me for?
Oh, we got one persistent problem upstairs.
Yeah? Upstairs?
Yep.
All right, well, lead the way. Let's see what's going on. There's always something. Yeah, the stairway is really nice. I like the metal balusters and the flat handrail. Kind of contemporized it.
Thank you. Yeah, we replaced the treads, and then we pulled up the carpet because we love the flooring underneath. And
Yeah, it's beautiful.
yeah, it's existing to the house. And then this is my son's bedroom here.
Oh, it's nice and bright.
And we run into some issues when we're putting him to bed at night with this floor right outside of his door.
Boy, that floor has a lot to say there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's very hard to be discreet.
Yeah, I can see right there that somebody tried to tighten it up by nailing it right down through. Well, I made a mock-up and I brought it with me, and I can show you exactly what's going on with the floor system and the structure below.
Awesome.
All right, let's take a look. It's downstairs. All right, Anthony, this represents your floor system so you can understand what's down below the floor. You start off with the finished floor, a subfloor, and the structure. The subfloor would be nailed to the structure with a nail like that. And what happens is your house expands and contracts all the time with humidity and dryness. In some cases, if the nail isn't into the structure nice and tight, or if there's a void or a knot or something like that, when the structure expands, it gets bigger, and it can actually pull the nail up as the board is swelling. And then when it dries, the nail is left up ever so slightly. Now you have something that's loose right here, and when you step on it, this structure and the subfloor is squeaking on the nail itself. So what we need to do is we need to tighten all these up, like they took the nails upstairs and they drove nails down through the finished floor, through the subfloor, into the structure, and put it down ever so slightly. Bringing the sandwich all down and making it nice and tight. Okay? But we don't want to see the head to the nail. But they actually make a kit that has this attachment here and a special screw that goes through the attachment like that, and you drive the screw and it goes through both pieces with this tight to the top of the finished floor, goes through the finished floor, through the subfloor, into the structure, pulling all of this sandwich down nice and tight. All right, so now if you look at the screw, and I take it out of the attachment right here, you can see the smooth part of the shank, and where the thread begins, there's a little line that goes all the way around the screw right there. And that is designed so the torque of the drill driver snaps the head off, and you'll end up with two pieces. And the screw has broken off right below the finish of the floor, and the floor won't squeak anymore.
And we'll never see it.
That's right. First thing we need to do is find a joist down below. And the joist should, if these nails are into the structure right here, that helps us. Unfortunately, I don't think the house is framed 16 on center. It's probably random framed. So if I just lay my tape measure out like that, and I say, well, okay, there should be a joist here, another one over here. Well, I know there's got to be one there by this wall. But let's say if I take and I try to find it by sound, that sounds a little hollow right there. So I'm looking for a sound change, or a more solid sound. Let's put it that way. Hear the change in the sound?
Yeah.
So,
Right at the 24 mark.
24 mark. Let's try one right there. So,
Okay.
what I'll do is I'll take this bit with a very small amount of thread on it and a smooth shaft. So when I drill through the floor with this part of it, I get through the floor into the subfloor. If there's no structure underneath, I should be able to push this right down. If there's structure underneath, it will pull the drill down with it. So we'll give it a try. Let's try, I'm going to try on the 24 number. So let's see what happens. no structure there. And nothing there. All right, so I'm going to try right here. Ooh, there's one right there. So that thread is into the joist. I can feel it pulling down. Now if I put the drill in reverse and I try to hold the drill down, if there's no structure there, I will be able to hold the drill. If there is structure there, the thread will push me out. So it pushed me out a little bit. So there is structure there. So let's put a little piece of blue tape right there. Shows where the joist is. Now, if I take a measurement, let's go from the edge of the floor in here over 12 inches. 12 inches here. You get 12 inches. That lines up with that. So what I'm going to do is we'll try and drill a screw and see if it grabs.
Is there anything we want to listen for, or you'll feel it?
Well, you'll actually hear it. You should hear it snap or pop.
Okay.
And if I do it right and it grabs into enough structure, it'll snap right below the finish level of the floor. All right, why don't you stand on the board right there, push everything down tight. Ready?
Yep.
Didn't snap. Okay, let me try one more right here beside it. This old framing structure could be a little bit too soft. Oh, that's
there it is.
off right there. Okay, so we're into structure right there. Let's try one more right here. I'll just push down and pull the trigger full blast. There you go.
There we go.
Pull it up. All right, now let's try stepping on that again.
Okay.
All right, let's try one more right beside that one. Full blast. Boom. All right, so walk in from the hall.
Okay.
That's pretty quiet. I'll walk out.
So much better. So much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't sound too good, or it sounds good?
The lack of sound is good.
All right, so now what we got to do is we got to fill the holes.
Okay.
So we get some wax sticks, 3 different colors. You see there's different tones in the floor, so you just pick one and go back and forth, work it into the hole to fill it up. I'm not going to match it exact, but we want to try to blend it. So blend the colors together, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Keep working it in, working it around. Come back to this one. Go back to this one. Buff it. It looks pretty good.
Blends right in.
Yep. All right, let's see how it looks now that it's all cleaned up. Whoa, I think it looks pretty good.
Can't even tell we were up here drilling holes. Let's give it a little test. Oh, wow. What a difference.
Hear anything.
That's so much better.
Well, hopefully all you hear is your son snoring.
Thank you so much for coming, Tommy.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.